Love him or hate him, Donald Trump is a name known across the world. For some people, he represents confidence, determination, and success. For others, he represents controversy and division. But regardless of opinion, there is one thing that nobody can deny: Donald Trump has become one of the most influential public figures of modern times. His story did not begin in politics. It began with ambition. Donald John Trump was born on June 14, 1946, in Queens, New York. He grew up in a family involved in real estate development. His father, Fred Trump, was a successful businessman who built and managed housing projects throughout New York. From a young age, Donald Trump showed signs of competitiveness. He wanted to stand out. He wanted to win. He wanted to build something bigger than himself. As a teenager, he was sent to a military academy where discipline, structure, and leadership became important parts of his life. The experience shaped his personality and strengthened his desire to succeed. After completing his education, Trump joined the family business. But he had bigger dreams. Instead of staying focused only on local real estate projects, he looked toward Manhattan. At that time, Manhattan was the symbol of opportunity, power, and wealth. Many people thought the young businessman was taking too many risks. But Trump believed that great rewards often require bold decisions. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, he expanded his business interests and became involved in major real estate projects. Luxury hotels, office towers, high-profile developments. His goal was simple: build bigger, think bigger, dream bigger. As his projects gained attention, so did his name. The Trump brand slowly became recognized around the world. For many young entrepreneurs, he became an example of confidence and bold decision-making. But success rarely comes without challenges. Behind the headlines and glamorous buildings were enormous risks. Every investment carried uncertainty. Every project carried pressure. And every success brought even greater expectations. Yet Trump continued moving forward. He understood a lesson that many successful people learn early in life. If you are afraid of failure, you will never discover your true potential. The world rewards those who are willing to take calculated risks. As the years passed, Trump became one of the most recognizable businessmen in America. His rise seemed unstoppable. But life was preparing him for a much bigger test. A test that would challenge his finances, his reputation, and his future. And that test was about to change everything.
By the late 1980s, Donald Trump appeared to have everything: fame, money, luxury properties, a growing business empire. To many people, he looked unstoppable. His name was everywhere. Television channels talked about him. Business magazines featured him on their covers. People saw success. But very few people saw the risks behind that success. As Trump expanded his empire, he invested heavily in casinos, hotels, and major real estate projects. These projects required enormous amounts of money. Large loans, large investments, and large risks. For a while, everything seemed to be working. But business can change quickly. Economic conditions shifted. Markets became unstable. Property values began to fall. Suddenly, projects that once looked successful became difficult to manage. Financial pressure increased. Debt increased. Criticism increased. Many experts believed that Trump's business career was finished. Newspapers questioned his future. Financial analysts predicted failure. People who once praised him now doubted him. Imagine carrying that kind of pressure. Imagine waking up every day knowing that the entire world is watching your mistakes. For many people, this would have been the end. But Donald Trump refused to quit. Instead of disappearing, he searched for solutions. He negotiated with lenders. He reorganized businesses. He focused on survival. Day after day. Month after month. Year after year. The recovery was not easy. It was slow, painful, and uncertain. But he continued moving forward. One lesson stands out from this period. Success is not measured by how high you climb. Success is measured by how many times you get back up after falling. Failure is not always the opposite of success. Sometimes failure becomes the road that leads to success. Trump's story during this period became a story of resilience. A story of persistence. A story of refusing to surrender. And slowly, the comeback began. The businessman that many people had written off was finding a way back. Stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever before. After surviving some of the most difficult years of his business career, Donald Trump began rebuilding not only his companies but also his public image. He understood something that many leaders and entrepreneurs fail to understand. In the modern world, attention is power. The more people know your name, the more influence you can create. As the years passed, Trump became more than a businessman. He became a public figure, a celebrity, a media personality. His interviews appeared on television. His opinions made headlines. His name continued attracting attention. Then came a major turning point. The television show The Apprentice. The program introduced Donald Trump to millions of viewers around the world. Every episode presented him as a confident businessman making important decisions. His famous phrase, "You're fired," became known across the globe. The show increased his popularity and transformed him into a household name. People who had never followed business suddenly knew who Donald Trump was. His image became larger than business itself. For years, he remained one of the most recognized personalities in America. But while many people saw a television star, Trump was thinking about something bigger. Politics. For decades, he had spoken about government policies, economic issues, and America's future. He often expressed strong opinions. Some people agreed with him. Others strongly disagreed. But one thing was clear. He was never afraid to speak his mind. As political frustration grew among many Americans, Trump saw an opportunity. He believed that traditional politicians were failing to solve important problems. And he believed that an outsider could bring change. When he announced his presidential campaign, many critics laughed. Many political experts dismissed him. Many media organizations predicted that he would fail. But history often surprises people. The more criticism he received, the more attention he gained. The more attention he gained, the more supporters he attracted. His campaign was different. His speeches were direct. His message was simple. And his style was unlike anything most voters had seen before. Whether people supported him or opposed him, they were paying attention. And in modern politics, attention can become a powerful force. Donald Trump had spent years building a business brand. Now he was preparing to test that brand on the biggest stage of all. The race for the presidency of the United States. And soon, the entire world would be watching.